Teases is actually back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. So, Bäçk, pregnant, divorced, bitter, broke, and a little bit delusional, had went onto Spaces and teased some lyrics for her Nicki Minaj diss track that might be on her album called Trophies. She also talked about what's holding up her album, even though it's been 10 years since she last dropped Invasions of the Facelift. She did talk about the hold up on her album. So let's take a listen to what Bäçk, pregnant, divorced, bitter, and delusional has to say.
She's the baggage, pick the classes. I'm running on, I'm breaking the asses. I'm teaching them classes.
Ash Miracle.
I cannot buzz down no Cartier, that's starter watch. Hoes can't talk drill with me and got the shit that my daughter got. Gotta call me Bugatti body, this shit like an Autobot. I do not call the cops on all the ops. This summer we pushing up with the good bodies and the good watches. And we popping big, ain't nothing hoe gonna do about it. That's the part that she wanted to say this summer. But it's like, girl, I'm tired of people. I don't even want to put out singles anymore. I just want to put up straight up the album. Maybe I put out one more single. But if I put out a single, it will have to be after the album announcement. Maybe. I don't know. I gotta think about it. I don't tell you this a long time. Somebody said Cardi should release all album covers on vinyls, and whichever one sells the most should be the official cover. I don't know.
Now, did y'all hear the second verse to the Nicki Minaj diss track, okay? First, the reason why she's saying I do not call the cops is pop pop for all the ops. That was the first verse she previewed. I believe that was last year, okay? When Nicki Minaj husband, Kenny, and Off the Cheek got into it. And then, Kenny got put back on probation, okay, for threatening Off the Cheat and Bäçk pregnant, unfortunately. And so, Nicki Minaj did say that Bäçk pregnant call the cops, okay? But Bäçk pregnant denied that. She also said in the second verse, which Partisan Fontaine probably wrote, she said that, she popping big-ish and a hoe ain't gonna do nothing about it. So it seems as though this particular song will be directed to Nicki Minaj. But I feel like, even though Kenny and Off the Cheek got into it back in 2023, we headed into 2025 now. You should have put out that song Trophies in 2024, early 2024, not late 2024, because we headed into the fourth quarter of 2024. But unfortunately, I don't think people care. You should have put out that song when the incident occurred, not now when we're heading into 2025, okay? But of course, she's gonna try to use Nicki Minaj for her rollout, okay? That's what the other rap girls do, and Bäçk pregnant kind of started that train of people mentioning Nicki, like Scratch Off did in her album, throwing shade, and then also in interviews, subliminally, because they need the press. So Bäçk, pregnant, bitter, delusional, and broke, also replied to a fan that said, so the album cover is ready, is what I'm hearing, okay? Bäçk pregnant responded and said, album covers are taken, I just don't know which one to pick, okay? So allegedly that's one of the issues she's having before rolling out her album, but I think, this is her lying again. I don't really believe that she's having trouble choosing the art cover. Okay, I think she just scared to drop, like I've been saying. Now, moving on to Doja. She was recently spotted in the studio teasing her new era, her fifth album, okay? While some people are still on their first, no shade. And like I said before, Doja Cat will be taking over 2025. I can feel it. I feel like she gonna go back to making the hits that she used to make. Okay? She is gonna go back to dominating the charts for a full year like she did with Planet Her. Okay? Doja Cat is coming and she ain't playing no game. Doja Cat will be taking over 2025. Okay? She's gonna come back with the heat. I can feel it. I feel like Scarlett, she woke up and realized, wow, this era was kind of like a flop. Y'all clowned her for not selling 100K first week. And these other rap girlies can't even do 70 like Doja Cat. So this is going to definitely wake the female rappers up. Yes, wake the female rappers up. And then also, I think this era is going to be a redemption era for Doja Cat. She's going to redeem herself from Scarlet. Now, moving on to Nicki Minaj. She announced that she will be taking Bia, I think, Tyga, and Skelly Bang on tour. Okay, so let me know how y'all feel about that. Are you guys here for these opening acts? And I saw a lot of mixed reviews on social media. Some fans were saying that she only brought Bia on tour because she dissed or put out that diss track to Bäçk and Pregnant earlier this year. Or I think it was in May or June. Now, with that being said, Nicki also previewed some unreleased music that she had in the stash. I believe one of the songs has a Wizkid feature on it. So let's take a listen to it, okay?
Listen, I forgot I even did this part.
And yo, my emancipation don't get your equation. I was born a humble on every station. Someone play young Barbie like she dumb. Everything you did has already been done. What the these niggas wanna cut for? A lot of blood, what you think they in the cut for? Shout out to the king, baby. Everybody is my princess. Run up on me now, I'ma slap you bitches senseless. Back with the vengeance, heavy on the inches, pinkish, still seeing you like the Bringś. Pull up in the drop, just fuck the mischief. You call it devil, but I call it citrus. That's fat, but it's still my stop. I was looking at my time to alcohol. Alcohol, and you still got an alpha flow. Dog to dog. Could've sworn that like me, she my stalker dog. But he got a
Okay, so let me know how y'all feel about that. She did say on live that she might release a few songs before her next leg of the tour. And if you peep, she definitely was throwing some shots at Bäçk and Pregnant. Okay, if you peeped in the second song she previewed, or it might have been the first, but the song where she says, "Run up on me now, and I'll slap a beast senseless," okay? And who ran up on Nicki Minaj and threw a shoe? Bäçk, Pregnant, Divorced, Delusional, and Bitter. And so with that being said, it's going to be very interesting because it looks like Bäçk and Pregnant will be throwing shots at Nicki, and Nicki will be definitely throwing shots at Bäçk and Pregnant, okay? So let me know how y'all feel about it. I think she also should whack Scratch Off just a little bit. I think Scratch Off and her first week album sales deserve a whack. We're going to get into that a little bit later. But definitely needs to whack Scratch Off and Megan Thee Stallion. Now, moving on to Scratch Off. It has been reported by Talk of the Charts and Hits Daily Double that Scratch Off's Sugar Honey Piss Tea is predicted to debut at number 14 on the Billboard album chart with 29,000 opening week sales, okay? They didn't say the per sales, probably not much in per sales, so this is streams and buying because they didn't say the per sales, but it's 29,000 overall. It will mark the highest Billboard 200 entry of her career, okay? So this is the highest she's ever charted for her first week albums sales on the charts, okay? Now, with that being said, Ice Spice did 28,000, okay? So Scratch Off, this is still considered a flop because Ice Spice is on her first album and did 28,000 and her album was mid, and you're on your third album and you did 29,000, and this is the highest and most you ever sold. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give you Don't Give a Day. You know, this is unacceptable when you came in the game in 2016. And she just got in the game in 2022. This is a flop for a scratch off. I mean, you really should be doing way more than Ice Spice. Okay, you only did 1,000 more than Ice Spice. That's not good. And then it has been reported that she basically took somebody's whole rollout. So it was reported that allegedly an artist named Princess Richie put out a single or album called Big Mama back in 2022 in February. And she is accusing Scratch Off of taking her whole style. Okay? Now, if you look at this photo shoot that Princess Richie did, it do look similar to Scratch Off's photo shoot. Not exactly the same, but they kind of have the same similar theme for their album covers. And then on top of that, didn't Scratch Off put out a song called Big Mama? Okay. And I think that was basically her lead for the album. And so, you know, it looks like she took somebody's identity yet again. You know, first she tried to morph into Botch and Pregnant. I remember she used to copy Botch and Pregnant. She copied Ice Spice. We already know that. And now she's taken from smaller artists. Are we shocked though? Not really. Now moving on to Queen B. Queen B has donated $500,000 to the Black Equestrian Program, which provides financial support and resources to Black horse riders and ranchers. Okay. I mean, I guess I'm sure there could have been more or better charities to donate to. No shade of Queen B. But I guess this goes with the theme of, you know, Cowboy Carter. Okay, so she probably wanted to donate to a charity that kind of goes with the theme to Cowboy Carter. But I don't know if this was necessary. Okay, but Queen B got a lot of money, so it don't matter. Because I remember it was reported that she also gave Kamala Harris $4 million for her campaign. So Queen B, she just giving to everybody. Okay. So she got it and she's giving it away. Now, moving on from that, Nicki Minaj has settled her lawsuit with Nosy Broke Live. Now, Nicki Minaj and blogger Nosy Broke Live have settled their lawsuit after the blogger accused Nicki Minaj of being a cokehead. The settlement calls for Marley Green to apologize for her false statements about Nicki. Nicki sued Green back in September of 2022 after she posted a video claiming Nicki was shoving all this coke up her nose. In the settlement, Green acknowledges everything she said about Nicki using and abusing coke was false, and she never had any evidence of Nicki using or abusing coke or any other drug. In the settlement, Green agrees to never mention Petty or Nicki Minaj's kid ever again, or anything more about Nicki and any type of substance. She can't retweet or comment about Nicki doing anything illegal or unethical. If Green breaches this agreement, she's on the hook to pay Nicki $50,000 for each offense, okay? Which I think that hoe is broke. I don't think she got any money. So, you know, Nicki basically went to court to put a gag order on Nosy Broke Live, but I feel like Nicki should have got a payment. You know, these were serious allegations, but Nosy Broke Live don't got no money. So she wasn't going to get nothing anyway. Now, Sexy Red clocks Scratch Off and sticks up for Nicki Minaj and tells us who her GOAT is.
Who's your female artist GOAT of all time?
Nicki.
Yeah?
She been in this game 10, have it been 10 plus years or just 10 years?
Nah, probably like 15 at this point.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's goals. That's how I want to be. And she's still getting money.
Now, Pitchfork, you might want to come to the front of the congregation, okay? So, Pitchfork gives Tinashe's new album a score of a 7.9 out of 10, which ain't bad. You know, that's her highest rating album so far, but it should be rated at a 9. And Pitchfork, y'all always get it wrong. I'm starting to think y'all get paid for your scores. You guys rated her a 7.9, right? And this is one of the best R&B albums to come out in 2024. Oh, y'all dumb? Okay? So Pitchfork will be getting Donkey of the Day. That'll make no sense. This album is a solid 9. Okay? Now, I can't give it a 10 because the songs are short. And then on top of that, there were only 8 to 10 songs. So I don't feel like you deserve a 10 for putting out a 22-minute album. I mean, what is going on with the younger generation? I mean, Ice Spice also had a 20-minute album. We don't need 20-minute album. Albums should be 40 minutes or longer, in my opinion. Okay? So, you know, I could not give Tinashe a 9, and she did receive Donkey of the Day for that. But they're playing in Tinashe's face. Now, Tinashe's album debuts with 1.092 million streams for its partial day for the album. Okay? So it was actually a partial day, but 1 million streams for an independent artist ain't bad. Okay? Now, if she was signed to a major label like Scratch Off, this would be very bad. Okay? But being that she is independent, this is actually a very good look for Tinashe. So congratulations. And I think everybody needs to stream the album. No ifs, ands, or buts. This album is a hit and we should support Tinashe and give her some coin because she's an independent artist and she deserves all her accolades, all her coins. You know, low key, Nicki should have asked Tinashe to open up for her. That would have been fire. Oh my goodness, Tinashe opening up for Nicki Minaj, that would have been fire. That would have been a W, okay? You know, but you guys got Bia, Tyga, and Skillabang, and so, you know, it is what it is, but Tinashe opening up, that would have been fire. Now, Donkey of the Day is going to Sugar Tank, who had the audacity to say Fist Breezy, the colorist, was better than Michael Jackson, the icon. The legend. Let's take a listen to this buffoonery.
Chris Brown is in fact better than Michael Jackson.
What?
If there was Magic Johnson, now there is LeBron James. That is the ultimate evolution of a man who can play all 5 positions. As we talk about Chris Brown, we're talking about the evolution of Michael Jackson, the evolution of Usher, the evolution of me, the evolution of Genuine. That is what this kid is.
Now, Harry Bussy Tank, you will be receiving Donkey of the Day. Okay? I get it. Fist Breezy, the colorist, he can dance. He can beat up people. He can draw. He can sing. Okay? He somewhat can act. Okay? Because he was in a few movies. Before he got blackballed. But with that being said, he does not have a better catalog than Michael Jackson. For him to be better than Michael Jackson, he would have to have a better catalog than Michael Jackson, which he does not. He don't sell more than Michael, okay? Can't even do over 100K first week. In my opinion, if we keeping it all the way 1,000, Fist Breezy, the colorist, don't even have a better catalog, in my opinion, than Bruno Mars. He can't even top Bruno or The Weeknd. If we're talking about strictly based on catalog, we're not talking about dancing, we're not talking about singing. I'm talking about strictly based on catalogs. He don't have a stronger catalog than a lot of his peers. He dance. That's his strong suit. But he make the same song every year. Okay? And then every time he drop an album, he do 50 to 60, maybe 80,000, never over 100,000. Okay? Because y'all don't really support him like that. Even Fist Breezy agrees that he is not better than Michael Jackson. He don't even like to be compared to Michael because he knows that it's buffoonery. Okay? Tank is so far up Fist Breezy's ass. Okay, like Fist Breezy gave him the collaboration of a lifetime that he just saying anything. Now, Fizz Breezy is talented, like I said. He can dance, he can sing, he can draw, he can beat up people, he can act, okay? So he has a lot of different talents. You know, he could have been a professional boxer if he really wanted to. That might be his calling. But when we're talking about music, strictly music, that's not his strong suit. He can make songs, but not all of them are hits, especially recently. He don't got more hits than Bruno. He don't have more hits than The Weeknd. Okay? The Weeknd and Bruno got 10 times more diamond singles and streams than Fizz Breezy the Colors. Y'all can say he's blackballed, but he's blackballed for a reason. For putting hands on people. So the blackballing was justified. Okay? So anyway, Tank is getting Donkey of the Day. And moving on from that, we got to talk about Scratch Off clocking Nicki Minaj. And possibly working with Lil' Kim.
In your interview that Lil' Kim is like the GOAT rapper, do you plan to work with Lil' Kim or do you ever want to in the future?
Yeah, well, every time we see each other, we say we're going to do something, but we don't never even follow through with it. We both just some cap ass.
Ass miracle.
Girl, and I just be like, y'all could really suck my dick back. I don't give a fuck. She is the GOAT. The fuck she the for all this shit. Like anybody else is like, we came after her, we have her influence. So it's like, y'all want me to credit somebody else, and it's like, no, Lil' Kim is the GOAT.
She the blueprint. I don't know why Hope is so mad.
Like, it's like, to me, the GOAT has to be the blueprint. It's not like I grew up listening to this person, or this person was a part of my generation or whatever. I said what I said. The GOAT don't got shit to do with inspiration and like, I mean, yeah, it do to a certain extent, but I'm saying it don't mean like, I grew up listening to this person, or this person made me want to rap. No, it mean they the GOAT. They the greatest to ever do it.
Okay, so that was a diss to Nicki Minaj and the Barbs, who were questioning why she said Lil' Kim, even though in previous interviews she would say Nicki Minaj. But now that she beefing with Nicki Minaj, now she's saying Lil' Kim. And she's saying that, you know, who she listened to don't got nothing to do with the GOAT. The GOAT is, I guess, in her eyes, who she feels is the blueprint. So let me know how y'all feel about that. I think it was a cop-out answer. But it is what it is, and she is beefing with Nicki Minaj, so of course you're not going to say her name. But anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon, link will be in the description, and I hope you guys have a great day.